Vice President Kamala Harris facing backlash for her ridiculous argument against voter ID laws by claiming rural Americans can't photocopy their IDs. Here to react, the author of the best-selling book Hillbilly Elegy, and the U.S. Senate candidate himself from Ohio, JD Vance. JD, is that true from what you could ascertained, that people who live in rural communities don't know how to add toner to their printer?
No, it's not true. You know, Brian, we have all kinds of crazy things in small towns in the state of Ohio and across the country. We've got electricity, we've got running water, and we even have soap. And it's amazing that the Vice President of the United States thinks that people can't make photocopies in rural communities. I mean, it's like she thinks that if you go to a small town in this country, you've got the Tractor Supply store, you've got the guys with the dueling banjos, and there's nothing else there. And of course, that's ridiculous. And anybody who lives in these communities or spent time in them knows that.
So what's interesting is you know this specifically because you came from a small town, you go to an Ivy League, and most of them came from money. They couldn't relate to you in a lot of ways.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I think that Kamala Harris, like a lot of folks who come from our elite class, they have this stereotype of small town America that it's all backwards, that people don't have the basic things that they need. But look, if you talk to people, you talk to Ohioans, or you just read a poll, you find out that rural Americans are actually strongly in favor of voter ID. So I think that the Kamala Harrises of the world should leave their condescension to their staffers and actually listen to what their constituents are saying, because those people are saying, we actually want voter ID, we want safe and secure elections. Let us figure out how to accomplish that.
Right. It's an insult to say people in the inner city don't have IDs and people on the out in rural communities can't get a printer. Unbelievable. I want to bring to something else. Your name came up on the Sunday shows, on Meet the Press. JD Vance, you're very well known, and now you're a Senate candidate. And a lot of people say, well, now you were kind of anti-Trump, and now you're pro-Trump. And here's what they said about that.
There's a winning at all costs commitment, I believe, to get through 2022, and JD Vance personifies it. You know, when you watch something on TV, it hits you differently than when you have a personal conversation. And I've had personal conversations with JD Vance along with Mitt Romney, and so this is particularly shocking to me. I mean, after you talk personally to somebody about what their values are and how they feel about something, and now this is
so the JD Vance you met personally was a different person than the one we're seeing.
Without a doubt.
How do you feel about that? Are you different? Have you changed?
No, the only thing that I've changed on is that I think that Trump did a good job in office, and I recognize that the media attacks anybody, whether it's President Trump or supporters, for actually acknowledging that some good things happened over the last few years. So no, I'm not interested in playing the media parlor game where I just beat up on other Republicans. I care about these values. I care about ensuring that conservative values find expression in the U.S. Senate. And I think, frankly, the media is attacking me nonstop because they recognize that I'm not part of their team, and I don't want to be part of their team. You know, Brian, if folks are interested in helping us out, please go to jdvance.com, because if you look at this race, no person running for the Senate in this country is being as attacked by the media as I am, and I take that as a badge of honor. It shows that they're afraid.
Absolutely. It's going to be a long year, but I think you're ready for the fire. You've done it your whole life. You defied the odds. JD Vance, thanks so much.